and here's my intro. And yes, it's a long video. What's the point of just throwing a video up there if I can't throw in some comments throughout, possibly, and at the end to get my points across? If you don't like it, fast forward or go fucking watch something else, man. I don't care. Seriously, I don't make money off these videos. How many times do I have to tell you people? I am not monetizing. I don't lose anything if you don't watch. And you don't have to subscribe to watch. You could come back anytime. It's a revolving door. Back to it. I saw something happening in Evansville, so I decided to investigate. At one point, this guy, Sergeant Derp, I will call him henceforth, was making noise behind me. I turned to see him. We exchanged some friendly greetings, but something about his standing behind me and one of his curt and toned replies kinda aggravated me. There were some other elements, so it caused me to want to throw a few comments his way, so I did. He made the comment he was just securing the officers, but I didn't see him standing behind anyone else, only the guy with the camera. I've got a few comments I'll interject at specific points, as I said, but most of my comments and opinions will be at the end for those desiring to listen.
Are you having any flu-like symptoms?
She told him to be aware if someone's behind you. He's pissed.
Come on! You need to know what you took today, man, so we can help you. Help me! No, fuck you!
Sorry.
Come on! Do it! Zach, if you got something going on, do it!
Look, we got another one coming up.
How's it going, bud?
How's it going?
Good, how you doing?
All right, sir. Keep that corona shit away from me.
Just kind of had to root some on it.
Sir, would you mind to back up a little bit to give them some room?
Who? They don't.
Okay, well, they're moving over there.
Yeah, I'm far enough away.
Yeah, you're fine.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
No, thank you. And here it comes. Another EMT that wanted to interact and address his requirement to protect confidential patient information on the street. That's fine. Anyway, I quickly let him know that if we were about to cite HIPAA at me, that he should probably just save his breath. Another little note here. He tried to fist bump me. With the gloves on. The same fucking gloves he had on, which were potentially contaminated by God knows what. I leaned back a bit, and then he suggested elbow bumping, which I quickly also declined, as I suggested foot bumping instead. No offense to this guy, but both his elbows and gloves were at risk of some type of contamination. He should probably think about that for next time.
Hey, man, what's your name?
It's none of your business.
I was just wondering if you knew him or anything. We're trying to help him out.
I don't know
He's
him,
having
sir.
some issues, and
Whatever
trying
he's
to treat
messing
him
with, I
medically,
guarantee you I'm not involved in.
Okay, well, I was just wondering, you were standing here, I was just wondering if you could help us out in any way at all.
Bullshit. You were fishing for intel, and probably at the direction of one of those people standing down there in the giant circle jerk you had going on. If you just wanted to know if I knew the guy, that would have been your initial question. It wouldn't have been what's your name. But sure, I can help you out. I just love helping. Why don't you turn around and go back to helping that patient you just expressed your concern over and, you know, stop fishing over here. The pond is dry. Also, if you just asked me because I was, quote, just standing over here, end quote, why didn't you go ask the many other people that were, quote, standing over here at different points in time throughout the whole scenario on both sides of the scenario? Wrong answer.
Just kind of FYI, as a patient, you're violating this privacy.
Actually, no, HIPAA only applies to government agencies, sir. You're incorrect on that. Actually, it's the correct answer. You go ahead and try to file HIPAA then. I love it when they don't know what the hell they're talking about. You want to give me your name?
Yeah, my name's Cody.
Hey, Cody.
How's it going?
How's it going?
I'm an EMT with AMR here.
I run a YouTube page about government accountability, police
What's the
accountability.
name of it? I'll go look you up.
Opportunistic activist.
Opportunistic activist? Okay,
I live in
okay.
Henderson. That's where it started.
Okay, cool, cool.
You have a good day, sir.
Yep, you too, man. If you know any information about him at all, we'd love to know so we can get this guy some help.
Don't know anything about
He's
him.
having a pretty big problem.
It sounds like it.
He's going through a pretty stressful situation in his life.
It
So
just sounds like that.
my only role as a responder on the ambulance is to try to
Absolutely.
protect his privacy.
Well,
So
the problem
when
with
he's
that,
a medical patient.
yeah, we're all out in public, and HIPAA doesn't apply
Yeah,
here before you
that's
try
true.
to say that.
No, no,
before I
I'm
have to
not- I'm
educate
just
you about
saying that
HIPAA.
it's, you know,
Well, I've already had one
information,
EMT attempt to apply HIPAA where it doesn't belong.
No, I'm not
Okay.
doing that at all. You can record all you want. I completely encourage you to record all you want.
Absolutely. I appreciate
However,
that.
I'm just saying that if you feel imposed, put yourself in his situation or put yourself in his situation
I'm
if
in
he was your
public.
family member. So, you know.
We're all in public. I'm gonna
Okay,
catch.
yeah, that's
It's about the police, more about the police
I
than
know, I
you
know.
or that guy, because those guys, a lot of them can't be trusted.
Yeah, I'm
that's
with
what
you.
I'm here for.
I'm with you, man. I completely, I'm all about the First Amendment audits. I agree with
All right.
you on that.
Awesome.
I believe you have your rights, and I don't disagree with that at all. You're completely doing the thing that is acceptable for you. I just was asking nicely.
Well, I'll tell you
if you
what,
want to, that's fine.
I'll tell you what
So-
I'll do. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give you a concession. If I hear any personal information or see an ID from him, I'll blur it out.
Cool.
I'll
All right,
block
fist
it out.
bump here.
Yeah,
Elbows for germs. Foot for germs.
There we go.
man.
Even better.
All right.
Have a good day.
You too, man.
I think this guy just figured out his role in life. He should stop being an EMT and get a hold of all the news agencies and the television networks and the cable networks who have ever done shows about live PD, live police operations, ambulance crews, etc. Because God forbid, man, he'd be all over the country running up to him going, I support it, but I'm just asking. Next.
He's trying to distract the camera. I gave him a little film time, and then I went back to the main show. Still got his knee on his back or side of his neck, the back. I don't think he can relax with that guy's knee on his neck. If you relax, he'll let you sit on it.
Can you pull on up? Yeah.
So we got a van here also.
Just breathe. They can be breathing. Fuck you.
He said, "Fuck you." I don't think he wants to take a deep breath.
Fuck no! No ambulance! No!
He had diabetes. When I was first walking up, he was asking me if he's had any coughs or fevers or whatever.
What was that name again?
Opportunistic activist. 2 words.
We're going to bringing him back to here. Can you do me a favor? Just take about 6 steps back.
Yeah, I can do that.
You're good otherwise.
Appreciate that. Fair request. How about here?
Perfect.
Beautiful. See? No issues. Reasonable request. Reasonable response. Wasn't a dick about it. Just asked.
Take it easy, buddy. Take it easy.
How's it going?
Okay. How are you?
I'm good. I'm going to get this guy. How you doing today, officer?
I'm doing just fine. How are you today?
I'm great, man. Move up to the side here. I don't like a gang of tired people standing behind me.
Well, that's the way it is, buddy.
I know it is.
Okay?
You wouldn't like if I was standing behind you, right?
I'm a police officer and I'm trying to take care of the security of these officers on the scene.
Special officer duty.
That didn't make
Okay.
you any more trustworthy. That's a nice try, though.
That's your opinion. That's fine.
It is my opinion.
That's good for you.
Oh, well, you're correct about that, jackass. Let's see. Standing there with his hand on his gun. I mean, I guess we could all do that if we were all insecure jackasses.
Okay.
You know you like the A-bomb. Everybody's laughing, have a good time. Then you show up, boom, everything's dead.
Don't they issue you guys PPE masks?
You take care of your business, we'll take care of ours.
I'm not supposed to say it's official police business.
They don't issue you PPE masks?
Like I just answered you, you take care of your business, we'll take care of ours.
No comment.
Okay.
No comment.
Okay.
You are my business.
Okay.
You're a public servant, right?
Right.
Okay, so you are my business.
Right now, what I'm telling you is you take care of what you're doing, and we'll take care of
I
ours.
think you guys
okay?
should be issued masks, don't you?
You guys
See, that
take
guy was,
care of business.
that guy right there was professional, friendly, and polite, and I respect that. and I appreciate that. This jackass, not so much. So I was just asking you a simple question.
And I answered you.
You know, I'm 25.5 years old.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's just many.
So big.
Yeah.
Let our officers take care of our business. You take care of
Can I get your name and badge number?
Sergeant Evans, 5174.
Hey, do you have an ID card on you?
No, sir, I do not.
You don't carry ID
I just
cards?
identified myself for you.
Are you required to present your ID card
No, sir,
per
I'm not.
policy? You're not?
I
Okay.
just gave you my identification.
Okay.
We love you, brother. We just want to get you some help, all right? No, we don't want to treat you bad. You seem like a nice enough guy.
In a minute, I'm going to move behind that other officer. Everybody sanitize him. Get this jackass from being directly behind me. You guys kill more people than I do, I assure you of that. Scared of their dogs. I'm in fear. Stepping out in front of their cars when they're pulling away so you can claim you're in fear and shoot them. Yeah. Fucking idiots. Most of you are cowards. I wonder how many times you violated somebody's rights. 15, 20 in your career, Sergeant? You've been on for a while to get them chevrons, I'm certain. I'll give Dick Cheese over there the parting lecture like they like to give us, like we're all kids. Don't run with scissors. Don't violate anybody's rights today. Try not to shoot any unarmed people. Don't claim fear over puppies and kill innocent people. Don't mistake things in hands. Make sure you ID your target in your backdrop. Fucking idiot. Are you recording right now?
Yes, sir, I am.
Awesome, awesome.
You can have a copy of it. You go down to the police department, you get a copy of my recording of your behavior.
Absolutely.
Okay?
And yours. Your shitty attitude.
Okay.
You're better than thou. Public master, not public servant attitude.
All right.
I engaged with 3 of those guys. None of them were disrespectful or unprofessional. None of them. You show up, and it's funny, you're the sergeant, and you show up with a shitty attitude.
What is it that has been done to you, sir?
That's just your attitude, man.
Which is what?
Your whole attitude.
Because I'm standing here watching
No,
somebody?
no, it's your comments and your air, your condescending tone.
I appreciate that. Thank you for your opinion.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah, I forgot to swallow.
Man, that is my opinion. Absolutely.
Okay.
I know. It's arguing. You can't have a conversation in this country anymore. It's all arguing, especially when you wear the badge. Everybody's arguing with you. Can't talk with them. I understand how it works, at least for some of you. Not all of you. Being fair. That guy should go down and work in Henderson. He'd get along fine with honorless Hargett and fucking a couple other dick cheeses and command staff down there. Of course, he'd have to give up his fucking chevrons or stripes until he sucked enough dick in the HPD to gain rank. I'm kind of glad he's turned that way. At least then he can watch my fucking 6. Maybe I won't get run over. Of course, he probably wouldn't tell me. Look, he's got his hand a half a foot away from his gun. Better fix that. I'm such a threat. We're just hanging around to make sure nothing else stupid happens. I said, make sure nothing else stupid happens. Hey, Sergeant Evans.
Yes, sir.
You had any coughs or fevers lately? Have you been out of the
Sir,
country?
I'm not going to release any kind of medical information about myself.
Have you been out of the country in the past 14 days?
I'd like to point out the fact that one of EPD's detectives, has already been confirmed as having the coronavirus, so it's an absolutely relevant question to this sergeant, considering I don't know how many of his fellow officers he happened to infect during the stage of the virus when he had no idea he was a carrier. This sergeant, to my knowledge, could have had contact with that infected officer. I guarantee you this sergeant would have asked me if he had official contact with me, and he would have wanted an answer. But of course, the hypocrisy of an alleged public servant knows no bounds. Isn't that right, Sergeant Derp?
You'd ask me because you're concerned about your safety, right? Oh, I get that. It's that double standard, that hypocrisy again. If I ask you, you can't tell me. But if you ask me, I'm supposed to tell you.
Yes, sir. I will go to work. Yeah.
Careful. You almost put your back to me. Always keep your eye on the threat, officer. The guy with the camera. Joke. Fucking joke. Watch, that van's coming back at you, just so you know. I just don't want you to get hit. I mean, that's a serious thing.
I appreciate your concern for my welfare, sir.
Sure you do, dickhead. Hey, why don't you turn around and scream that he's trying to run you over and draw your weapon and just mag dump all in that fucking cab, you fucking idiot.
I'm not joking. I'm being serious. I'm not being sarcastic. I don't want you getting run over. That's not what I'm here about.
Okay.
I have no desire to harm anybody or see anybody get harmed. I try to be fair in my videos. I'm not calling this guy a tyrant. I don't think he elevated to that He didn't come up barking orders, doing anything stupid. So, since I always try to be fair in my videos and people know it, I'm not saying he's a tyrant. I'm not even saying he's a bad cop. I'm just saying he had a shitty attitude when he came up.
You good here? We're good. All right. You have a nice day, sir.
You too, Sergeant Evans. You too, officer.
You too.
I'm walking behind you, Sergeant. Be careful.
I see you're walking behind.
Awesome, awesome.
This is my ending, including comments, opinions, possibilities, and sometimes questions. First off, yes, I made a comment about having a gang-attired person standing behind me, and yes, in today's policing, they act like a gang. They meet the requirements, matching clothing, matching mentalities, little to no accountability overall, covering up and protecting their fellow gang members, injuring and or killing innocent people, or those people's puppies out of claim of, quote, fear, unquote. You name it. Many meet the criteria. Now, this is not to say that all have that mentality, or that they are all gang members, or that they are all bad. There are good officers, depending on your definition. When you put them in a group and one does wrong, how often do the others actually stand up and speak up? Or do anything to stop the injury or death or violations in the moment? Rhetorical. We all know the answer. If this Sergeant Derp has something to speak to me about, he may invite me over to his department and we can all have a well-documented conversation where I'll go into much more detail about the actual facts about his profession, such as a lack of accountability. I didn't bother asking this sergeant nor any of the others my constitutional questions because I was focusing on some other points, so I decided to stay on my initial course. Now here's the predictable part. As I'm leaving, I pay attention to see which one would decide to follow me. We knew one would, right? As someone else I'm aware of is fond of saying, and since he says it best, Ray Charles could have seen that coming. We all know how some badge wearers whom are moronic fucktards think, right? Well, most of us do, except the non-badge wearing moronic fucktard copsuckers. But alas, I'm sorry copsuckers, you don't count. So fuck off for a minute, would you? I'm talking to the non-morons who get it. I didn't have the time to drag this officer who was going to follow me around for too long, so I just walked a straight line so he could prove his predictability and show his intent. I honestly don't care if he follows all day. I just wanted to make sure he had to actually do something to give his intent away. In any case, I wasn't in my own vehicle and had accomplished my objective. If I cared, I would have zigzagged, taken a stone road, altered my heading, backtracked, and found concealment. Idiots are predictable. Right, officer? I also wonder if this sergeant sits around claiming hero status and ignoring the fact that in this country too many officers are getting away with too much. Too much killing of innocent people, too much violating of rights, too much cowardice, too much unaccountability, too much ignorance of laws they allege to enforce while holding us to the standard of required knowledge of all those laws they don't know. Too much fabricating laws as they go, just to try to take control and prove their authority. Too much covering fellow officers' fuck-ups and lack of accountability. Too much hypocrisy, too much claiming fear and shooting someone's puppy, too much getting away with crimes and violations because of their thick blue line, too much shooting and killing someone holding a wallet or a phone, too much responding to a call and ending up injuring or killing the caller because some officers have no loyalty, nor concern for rights nor people, too much hiding outside while innocent people are being slaughtered. Too much immediately falling back on deadly force and killing someone because they're fucking cowards. And fearful of the job, which they probably shouldn't have in the first place. Too much lack of concern for actual justice. In general, just too much worthlessness. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The courts have ruled repeatedly, DeShaney v. Winnebago, Gonzalez v. Castle Rock, that police have no real duty to protect you. For my final thought, I'm taking bets on whether he was trying to formulate articulation for cause or reasonable suspicion to force me to ID. Or remove my N95 mask, sunglasses, and hat. I'll bet one jelly donut he considered the matter for at least a moment. There you go, copsuckers. Thumbs down away.
I said, make sure nothing else stupid happens.